Good morning, everyone. My name is ELVIS Samson NJUGUNA Guitar. And I still don't know up to date why I have such a long identity. It's still a mystery. It's only my parents who can tell me what's going on. But anyway, more to that is that I'm a proud citizen from the tropics, a country called Kenya. And more to that is that I'm a citizen of the universe. And on top of that, I'm a pluviophile. What is a pluviophile? A pluviophile is someone who derives joy whenever it's raining. So on such a day when the rain is half-half and sunlight, it's not my kind of day, but I prefer whenever it's raining. And another thing is that I'm a frugivore. A frugivore is someone who can live on fruits for a whole year. You see, the good thing with fruits, you can eat fruits. They have both fiber and water, so you don't need water and food for a whole year. But anyway, today I'm here to talk about cartoons. Life is a cartoon. Basically what I'm saying is this. Especially when I was starting this topic, I was chatting with my friends and they were like, "Elvis, which topic are you talking about?" I was like, life is a cartoon. But what are you telling people? And the first thing that came to their mind was something like this. You know, as a cartoon, it's like I'm here to tell you, you're supposed to wear the same attire each and every day. But they were wrong. This is not what I'm supposed to be telling you. Or maybe what they thought was like, you'd be like Garfield. Garfield is the most laziest cartoon you'll ever find. Another thing they thought, I was here to tell you how you're supposed to be like Peter Griffin from Family Guy. No, don't be like Peter. Unless you are Peter already, okay? But what I'm here to do today is to define what is a cartoon. A cartoon is a drawing, an illustration of something or someone in a simplified or in an exaggerated manner. And I'm going to show you a sample of cartoons and the lessons they give us. But before we do that, let me just tell you like why you should consider watching cartoons. Cartoons, for me personally, they define my life. I tend to associate myself with cartoons, my character with cartoons. The way people associate themselves with celebrities or movie stars. For me, it's cartoon. You'll find me associating myself with maybe SpongeBob or anyone else. But the thing is this, cartoons also, they have value for both adults and children alike. They're not only for children. Then cartoons, it's beyond entertainment. They provide practical solutions to various problems we face as humans. Remember, cartoons are done by humans, just like us. So whatever they're drawing, whatever they're illustrating, it's what they go through their life. It's just like an artist. Whenever an artist does a painting, they're trying to express themselves. It's the same thing as with cartoons. And last but not least is that they carry valuable messages and they provoke viewers to think and act in totally unexpected ways. And the most important thing about cartoons is lessons. What lessons can we derive from cartoons? And the most important thing about lessons is they do not stop. Lessons in life, they just evolve. The lessons you learned when you're 2 or 3 are not the kind of lessons you'll get when you're 20 or 25. For example, consider this. Teletubbies. Who is aware of Teletubbies? Who was watching Teletubbies? Good. The lessons that you derive from Teletubbies are totally different from whatever you'll derive from the Boondocks, right? Or something you'll get from Rick and Morty. So the lessons keeps on changing. My mission here today is to make you understand and make you, if you don't watch cartoons, start watching cartoons. If you're watching cartoons, continue watching cartoons. And when you go out there, make sure you spread the message. Make people start watching cartoons. So I'm going to take you to a sample of cartoons and the lessons that I personally learned from them, and maybe some of you who watch these cartoons. Let me start with this guy, Johnny Bravo. Johnny Bravo got rejected by so many women. He's always trying to get attention from women, but he's such a sore loser. Every time he's trying to make moves, he fails. But one thing we need to learn from Bravo is this. He taught us to keep trying and trying harder each and every time. Another soft person is Winnie the Pooh. As you can see, This is Winnie and Piglet. The kind of drama they go throughout their life and their series is the kind of drama we go through as each and every one of us. But the thing is this, we need to look at love and patience that both of them have. And what we learn from these two characters is this: a little consideration, a little thought for others makes all the difference. Then we jump on to some guy from way back, Popeye. This guy, anytime he's faced with a challenge, especially when he wants to save his girlfriend, he just pops a can of spinach and he becomes the hero of the day. But remember, the spinach is like a metaphor, okay? Some of us, whenever we are faced with a challenge, maybe it in life or anything, you need to look for something that gives you the energy to just push through these challenges that we face. Maybe it's an addiction or anything. Just find your spinach and be the hero of the day. Another favorite of mine is this, Tom and Jerry. Actually, Thomas is always harassing Jerry. And the lesson we learn here is from Jerry. Jerry is a small guy who is always up to a bigger guy. And the lesson learned, there is no point getting intimidated by stronger rivals. Just be innovative and you'll get through the day. Survival is yours. Another person I find very interesting is Tweety. Tweety is from the series Looney Tunes. And she's always been, there's this character called Sylvester. Sylvester is always trying to make a meal out of this beautiful bird. But the thing is this, Tweety is always found off guard. Like Sylvester just appears, but Tweety is very quick. She's always on her feet trying to stay away from being eaten. And what we can get from Tweety is this. In this world of deadlines, in this world of surprises, we need to be on our feet. We need to think quick and be able to overcome these challenges. Another cartoon I like is Roadrunner. Anyone knows? Beep, beep. Yeah. Yes. So, the Roadrunner, this wild coyote is always trying to make a meal out of this bird, which is very fast. But the lesson we learn here is from the wild coyote. The coyote is full of perseverance and tenacity. And these are the things we need every time in our life to be successful. You need to persevere. If you're an entrepreneur, you need to keep pushing until that time you break even. Another cartoon I like is Pokemon. And Pokemon, the good thing about Pokemon is those people who love pets. Justine, where are you? Yeah, she loves pets very much. The message we get from here, you look after your pets and they look after you. This bunch of kids, they have these pets they normally take care of. And they are very lucky because these pets have superpowers. So whenever they go for missions, these pets tend to take care of them and help them in their missions. Another guy I like is SpongeBob. SpongeBob is the most positive person you'll ever find. His mission is impossible. Impossible is possible. You know why? Consider this. This guy lives under the ocean, but he takes a shower. You see? SpongeBob lives under the water. You need to think about that. Another cartoon I like is Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo taught us that the real monsters in our life are humans. So if that's not deep, I don't know what's deep. But the thing is this, I saved the best for last. Rick and Morty. How many watch Rick and Morty here? It's a good number. Those who don't watch, you better watch. Rick and Morty. Rick is the guy with the spiky hair, and he's a grandfather to Morty. Morty is the one with the gun. And it's a crazy setup. But the best thing about Rick and Morty is the message that Rick normally gives to everyone. Rick is a grandfather, and this is the family and the grandchildren. He's a mad scientist who is always trying to. He's an alcoholic, as you can see. He's drinking, and he's a terrorist, not an earthly terrorist. He's a terrorist in the galaxies. He has this gun. If you can look, he has this gun where he teleports. So he points on the ground and he can go to Jupiter, Mars, or Pluto. But the thing is this, the message is sent. Like this point, he was with Morty, and he tells him this: listen to me, Morty. I know that new situations can be intimidating. You're looking around and it's all scary and different. But you know, meeting these situations head on, charging them into like a bull, that's how we grow as people. We always have these challenges. but you need to charge them like a bull, and that's how you survive. Another lesson we learned from Rick and Morty. Here, remember I told you he's a terrorist, but this time his family was held ransom, and he has to give up himself. But the message you get here is this. He tells us, yeah, you do not have to love people in hopes of a reward. Dad, you love them unconditionally. So you see, cartoons, they have messages. So they're not only for kids or babies or whoever, it's for everyone. So ladies and gentlemen, all I'm saying is this. You gotta get swifty. Thank you very much.